This actually can be used for shelter, so we're not going to waste it. All right, there are many amazing sights here in the city of Toronto, just amazing ones. This morning I wanted to take a walk around, so I took a walk and I walked past Sky Dome. I did, home of the Toronto Blue Jays. And yeah, Sky Dome, of course, is famous for its retractable roof. Yeah, it's an amazing feat of engineering. In fact, our announcer, Joel Goddard, there he is. Hello, Joel. Give it up for Joel right there. Our announcer Joel was so impressed with Sky Dome that he had an operation yesterday to install his own retractable sky head. Isn't that right, Joel?
Check it out. Play ball.
Nice job. Very nice. Well, man, as evidenced by this crowd, you can tell at home Canadians are a fiery, passionate people. They are. And nothing gets their Latino blood boiling. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Nothing makes that blood boil more than hockey. Well, unfortunately, I'm a bit of a stranger to this exotic game. So I thought I should pay a visit to the local team, the great Toronto Maple Leafs, and see what I could learn. And ladies and gentlemen, I learned a lot. Take a look. It was finally here. The day I had waited for, prepared for. The day I would train with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Today, I would skate alongside defender Ken Klee, right wing Tom Fitzgerald, goalie Trevor Kidd, and Ty Domi, one of the most intimidating brawlers in the history of the NHL. I wanted everything. Let me talk to you a little bit about hockey. Hockey was never my sport, I'll be honest. I like Nerf sports, mostly. Things that you can do in an office space, sitting. Never really got into hockey, but I think I can learn it pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure that within the hour I'll be the best hockey player here. Fine, come here for a second. Let's talk about fighting, all right? Let's just say you have a problem with me, I got a problem with you. How would you come at me? Just show me what you'd do. No. Big mistake! Big mistake!
Oh, this is the best one. This is the best one.
Okay, show me in slow motion what you do.
When you have the jersey.
Slow motion now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
you got the jersey, yeah.
Keep the arm here.
Keep the arm there,
See
right.
This hand here.
Right,
I don't
right.
even have to look. I can just
Right,
stretch
and you
like
just,
that.
right like that, and then bring it right across.
Right.
My style is more of a slapping thing. I slap and I keep my elbows in and I slap. You've made a big mistake, and I do this. Does anybody do this anymore? Everybody? Well, I just want to show you some of the equipment I've brought. I'm not an expert skater, so I had this made. I want you guys to tell me what you think. It's a special skate that I use exclusively for balance. I use this, and then to stop, I have a rock tied to a rope. So I just throw that behind me, and it slows me down. I'm just curious what you guys think of this. Would this go over well? I've got to protect the head. I'm a thinking man, a cerebral man. You see those skates and this helmet coming at you. Tell me, this is a nightmare for you, isn't it? Coming right at you.
I'd be laughing my ass off, that's for sure.
Yeah, you'd be laughing, and that would distract you, and I'd whip that puck in. Probably 11 miles an hour, but I'd still get it in because you'd be busy laughing.
I got my mojo walking by the just won't walk on you. I got my mojo walking by the just won't walk on you. You know I want you so badly, I just don't know what to do.
Where'd it go? I didn't even see it. That went through my stick.
Got the puck here, right in the middle, right between your feet.
Right?
Right? Bring your stick back about here for a slapper.
What about here?
Yep, look where you're gonna shoot.
Keep it up, and...
Yep. There you go, you got it, almost.
My trick is to not actually shoot at goal because he's expecting that. I shoot away from the goal where he's not defending.
Hope to hit someone else.
Pretty smart. Right? Where'd that go? Oh. That was like a magic trick. You're gonna take it out from behind your ear.
I got my mojo walking, I got my mojo walking.
you're not thinking, you're nowhere. Guys, as we all know, scoring is difficult. This is the approved NHL 4x6 hockey net. I give you the Conan net right here. We revolutionized the game. Bigger scores, more attendance. In this version of the game, the goalie on odd-numbered nights would be allowed to have a piece of furniture with him to help. Ottoman, recliner, a small sectional, not a large sectional. It's not a circus. That was way too much turning. You'll never use that in a game. That's the problem with hockey. Too much turning, fans lose interest. No. Get in here.
There you go, Coach.
All right, guys. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. You're dogging it. What's the problem? You don't seem to care. You've lost interest in the game. You're tired? Tired for babies. Babies take naps. What are you doing? You call that a slap shot? My grandmother throws harder. She's been dead for 20 years. And you, what's your story?
I'm just following you, Eric.
What's your story? Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on, little baby! Stop it!
I had learned all I could from these brave Maple Leafs. I've won their respect and mastered their game. I guess sometimes when a man takes on his heroes, he becomes the greatest hero of all.
My thanks. My profound thanks to the guys on the Maple Leafs. They were terrific. It was very nice of them to help us out. We'll take a break when we come back. Mike Myers is here. Stick around.
Okay, contestants, you have to make your way from Maine to California. Oh, without cash, checks, or credit cards. Bye-bye.
The Visa check card is accepted at millions of places across the country, which is why millions of people rely on it.
Let me borrow your bike.
No.
Lend me the bike.
No.
The Visa check card to get you in, out, and on your way.
Well, these three made it, but where's our other contestant?
Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Come on now.
We've got love to give right here, right now at Kmart. Fine and precious jewelry, 70% off. Gold and silver, diamonds and rubies, 70% off. Only in the K for Valentine's Day.
Right here, right now, Kmart.
AT&T Wireless has the latest, greatest phones. With M Mode, you can play games, text message, find your way, even share pictures. Sign up for Reach Out Unlimited and get free calls to all AT&T Wireless customers. Plus, buy one flip phone and get one free. For hot deals on cool phones, reach out on the wireless service America trusts. AT&T Wireless. Hurry in today.
Each year, GE technology helps industry purify billions of gallons of water to a standard even higher than drinking water. Because pure water just performs better. GE, imagination at work.
Unsurpassed engineering, unparalleled technology, champion, Mach 3 Turbo Champion, the world's best shave, guaranteed. Now with a red-hot new look. Test drive one today. Mach 3 Turbo Champion from Gillette.
Go, go, go!
flavour. The tasty chew that can outlast you. That's why they call me Extra. Because I'm the gum that lasts an extra, extra, extra long time.
Extra, the gum that doesn't give up.
I'll see you on the ground, laddie. What are you looking at, you mangy beast?
Thank you very much. What an amazing crowd we have here. A terrific crowd. The Canadian Parliament is with us right now. I want to thank them for being up in the box there. Now, you know, during the show, I always like to take just a moment for a quick chat with our band leader, Max Weinberg. And since we're here in Canada, I thought, what better way to do it than with an official Canadian small talk moment.
Canadian small talk moment.
Hey, Conan, how about that new mayor of Toronto?
Oh, yeah. Miller's okay. I like his citizen sessions and the way he stood up to those airport contractors. I'd like to take him over to the Alliance Party any day of the week, but I think Mel Lastman deserved another chance.
Lastman's great if you want to amalgamate the boroughs. But that just leads to more layoffs in North York and Scarborough. You know, and they'll end up, of course, with that, they'll end up putting Stephen Harper into PMC. Then you've got Manitoba all over again.
Well, my first guest tonight has starred in 4 #1 movies in a row. That's hard to do. Each opening at over $40 million, all going on to earn over $100 million, none of which he has given to me. Please welcome Canada's own Mike Myers. An emotional moment.
Good to be home. Good to be home.
Oh, friend, how are you? I bow to you.
I bow to you.
Please have a seat, Mike. Good to have you here. Have a seat. Now, of course, that was very emotional when you came out, I thought.
Yeah, take off my shirt.
You know, speaking of which, I don't know if they could see. Yeah.
You first.
When you came running out, your pants started to fall down. Did you notice that in the back?
I happen to have lost a little weight.
Oh,
so.
nice. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
You look great. Now, is that a Maple Leaf? Is that a Maple Leafs pin right there?
Yeah, I have to make a shout out to Woo! I have to make a shout out to Woo! I have to make a shout out to Dan in Norland, Ontario, who works at an Esso station. Dan in Norland. You guys all know him, right?
Wow.
He's a Leaf fan, and he gave me this pin and said, "Hey, Mike, next time you're on a TV show, tell him I gave you the pin." So, Dan, I kept my promise.
Wow.
Dan,
that was nice.
For you.
You know, my point is, if this show can make just one person happy, that's really not enough people. It's a really bad idea for a show.
I think the show just makes one people happy.
Exactly, yeah.
Sad truth, really.
Now, it's an interesting thing, you know, seeing a Canadian come back to his home turf like that. It's really a
It's called
powerful...
being in God's country, Conan. Get used to it.
Is this how all the...
Airs are just a little more pure up here, isn't it?
It is very pure up here, yeah.
Just a little better, isn't it, Yankee boy? feels so
Thank you,
good.
boy.
It feels so good. It feels so good not to be the foreigner for once.
Yeah, very nice. Now, do all, Canadian celebrities...
Having said that, thank you very much for coming up to Toronto. It's very lovely.
Oh, very good to do. We actually, in fairness, we've had this desk for years, and we had to come up here to get some use out of it.
I understand. It's all income tax. That's I understand.
I just like leaves. Now, how do Canadian fans how do they treat? Do all Canadian celebrities get this kind of star treatment? Do you think?
I don't know. It's awfully overwhelming, awfully nice. People are insanely lovely to me here, and I feel very much at home and very much like I'll ride on the subway and people come up to me and go, "Hey, how about that Cujo trade?" And, you know what I mean? It's not. That's Mike Myers. I can't believe it's always like, "Yep, seeing your mom, Mike." Yeah.
It's very nice. There's
have
like
a good
nice
Christmas.
Yeah.
So but then there are sometimes people who really it's getting a little scary.
How does it get scary? What do you mean it gets scary?
Well, I remember, this is kind of a personal story. You ready for it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was coming home from the Leaf game.
Yeah.
And I'd had a back bacon on a bun, eh? And
I'm loving this story already.
And it
What are you talking about?
I know.
Yeah.
And it kind of didn't agree with me.
Oh.
And so driving home, and when, and I had to go to the bathroom, but not the unserious kind, but the serious kind. And I thought, when it's like it's going to be serious and it's urgent, you kind of make a deal with your body and you go, just get me to the hotel. Just get me to the hotel. That didn't happen this time. And yeah. No, I had to go to a restaurant real quick, and there was a guy in the bathroom in the restaurant who was like, "There's Mike Myers!" And I was like, "Yeah, hi." So I started the wait out. I went into the stall and hoped that he would leave.
Right. A little privacy you wanted, that's all.
He didn't leave. And he started to talk to me, and things were happening. And he was like, "Mike, I'm such a great fan, eh?" And I'm like, "That's great." And then other things were happening. And he said, "What are you working on?" I thought, you really want to have this inside the bathroom studio conversation with me? And I said, Shrek 2 and stuff. And then more stuff happened, and he said something to me, and I swear to God, he said, "What else do you have coming out, Mike?" I went, yeah. And I thought to myself, I want to die.
What a heartwarming tale.
Yeah. But it's great. I mean, the Toronto people are great. You won't get better people, and they just love you, and I love them, and I love coming up and seeing the Leafs, and thank you. And I love you guys.
We're going to take that opportunity. We're going to take a little break right now, have a commercial. We'll be right back. More with Mr. Mike Myers, so stick around. Back. I'm sitting here with Mr. Mike Myers.
Sorry.
There's always someone who times it really badly when everyone else is quiet. Just goes, woo.
Bad for me.
I want to ask you something. We have a great lineup this week. Friday, from Will and Grace, Eric McCormick's going to be here. And someone told me just a couple of hours ago that you went to school with him.
I went to school. I was out in Scarborough. Yeah. I was between drinking a 12 out in the hydro field. I got myself a Scarborough suitcase. Going to the Tim Hortons.
I need a little translator in a box over here.
buddy of mine, we just played Risk, and he honked on Europe. Then we went over to the Canadian Tire. We got some donuts and went to the hydro field and drank a Scarborough suitcase.
Completely, I'm trying to decipher it.
Yes. What I said was I studied Latin as a child.
Nice, nice.
You know, I went to Stephen Leacock and I went to McDonald. Yeah. And at McDonald, in my homeroom was Eric McCormick. Mm-hmm. And I'd actually been to public school with him. Mm-hmm. I'd been to. I get to say bean and not be made fun of.
You said bean. Oh, I'm outnumbered. Sorry. Just realized I'm in a room with a couple
sides of the border.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at the Canadian.
Good. No, not good. Don't. Because they're big hockey players. You, American. Punch. Eric McLeod. Eric McCormick, not Eric McLeod. That's somebody
Gavin
different.
McLeod's son.
That's Gavin McLeod's son. No. Eric McCormick and I.
Yeah.
And Elton John's self-described wife, David Furnish.
What?
We're all and so I was at an Oscar party. David Furnish, Elton John's husband.
Right.
Was in the same class, and I was at an Oscar party, and Elton John, I go, oh, shit, there's Elton John. He goes, I've been looking for you. And I go, what? He goes, I've got someone you want to meet. And he comes over and he grabs me, and I'm going, Elton John just grabbed me, Robin. What's going on here? What's going on? He grabs me, and then there's David Furnish, and he's like, hey, Mike, how's it going? He's got the thickest Scarborough accent in the world. And I'm sitting there going, this is hilarious. It looks like Elton John's boyfriend is David Furnish. And he goes, yeah, how's Davey McKenzie, your best friend? And Eric McCormick's at the party. Can you believe it? I bet the whole time up in Scarborough you didn't know I was gay, eh? I said,
he wasn't voted most likely. Yeah.
I said, I didn't. I bet, sure as shit stings, I bet you didn't think I'd be married to Elton. And I said, no, didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
You're in the movies, he's on TV, I'm married to Elton. And that's my David Furnish story.
Now, I want to ask you about, and Little Curtain.
And Curtain. Tear.
I want to ask you about, you know, I've seen the city. I've seen the city of Toronto, but a lot of people have been saying to me, we're spending a lot of time working on this show. I don't have a lot of time to travel around.
Yes.
They've told me you got to go north of Toronto.
Yes.
There's some great areas north of Toronto. Is that true?
One day, yes, there is. Beautiful. One day The Sioux? The Sioux! Sudbury Big Nickel Country! I love north of Toronto. One day I will own a cottage. Right now I just couch surf all my different friends that actually got it together to get a cottage. And I'd been up to, I mentioned McKeck's, right? Up in Halliburton. Yeah. Walt McKechnie, the great hockey player, has a place called McKeck's up in Halliburton.
We're going to, you know, this is shown in the States. We're going to edit in all American references.
Yes, thank you.
And it's going to be a voice that doesn't match yours at all.
So I go up there, and the entire town of Halliburton, Ontario, decides to adopt me. I just was going on there a couple of day trips, and I had a friend who has a cottage nearby. And they were the nicest. I just felt like I was the honorary mayor of Halliburton, and they're just, and that's the Canadian thing that you just love, is that they just come and they just accept you and bathe you and raise you as one of their own.
Yes.
And I went into this one place called the Cozy Corner in Halliburton, and I had back bacon on a bun, if the stereotype couldn't be complete. And then they said, Mike, would you take a picture? And I said, sure. And then they said, would you take a picture with this hat on? I said, I got a hat on. And they said, no, this hat, this elf hat that has ears. And so I said, okay, sure. So I put that out. I didn't care. I said, just make sure it doesn't end up in the paper. And, well, it ended up in the paper. Do you have it?
Yeah, it's right here, actually.
Yeah.
This is, this is the front page of the paper, actually. It's really...
What I like about...
That's very nice.
It's great. What I like about it, it's in that spot that's like, you know, Saddam caught, you know? Dewey defeats Truman,
right,
you know?
Right.
It's in that spot, you know, and you were saying before, there's a little mention here about Al-Qaeda, but mostly...
Mostly, this is the big story right up here. The important thing is you with the hat
I
on.
went to the Cozy Corner twice in a row.
You know, one of the things I admire so much about this country, and there are many things, but the money here is beautiful.
Yes.
In the States, we have just the the green money.
Green,
Here, you've
yes.
got different colors,
Yeah.
beautiful different symbols, and you told me that the currency can do so much more.
The currency is very, very versatile. Do you have some?
We have
I'll
a
show
giant.
You guys know
you
what
asked us
a
to get
Spock
this.
5 is, right? Yeah. I want to.
No one knows what this is actually, and so it's.
I
up
want
to
to
you.
teach our American friends something you can do. Like, say you go to a bar and you say, "I'll meet you at 8 o'clock," and the guy shines you, and you're just sitting there waiting. Is you can take a 5, and you can turn it into. Take Sir Wilfrid Laurier and turn him into Spock.
It is very nice. This is.
He was our prime minister during the conscription crisis. This is a Canadian Minute brought to you by Mike Myers.
Yeah.
So Wilfrid Laurier.
Yeah. You got a lot of time on your hands. And look, they're playing hockey on the back. That's so nice.
See? There's the puck. He's going to pass it over to that person. This guy's going to turn around.
Wow, look at that! It's incredible.
This is my version of Howie Meeker's hockey school. That's a reference to people who were born before 1963.
I tell you, we're changing all the references for the States.
Thank you.
And the voice will not match.
Because you don't want this to be uniquely Canadian. You want this to be...
No. You know, just on a serious note, I know that this meant a lot to everybody here in this town and in Canada that you came by and made time for us on this show.
Oh,
it's a very,
my
very
pleasure.
cool thing that you did this. You've done so well. I know everybody here is very proud of you.
I love coming to Toronto every chance I can get.
All right. Well, next time we come, I hope you come back.
I definitely will. You have a date. Yes.
That was inappropriate. Yeah.
What news? What about you?
That guy just realized that you were here.
There's a guy.
I was like, that's Mike Myers.
There's a guy lit up.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's lit up. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
Oh wow.
And now he's on fire.
Oh yeah.
Stay right there, sir.
Stay there. Don't get hurt.
It's the flyer match. Excellent. Very good.
And now he's being beaten by security. Hey, Mike, thank you very much.
Thank you so
God love you. Mike Myers and Ron James coming up. Take a break.